Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty, Episode 3. Spoiler alert. So, did a video, was it last week or so, about the first two episodes of this HBOMax drama series, or whatever the hell you call it, about the Showtime era, the Lakers of the 1980s. And I think maybe I'll keep doing videos because I watched episode 3. Actually, I didn't like episode 3 as much as the first two episodes, but seems like whoever made this is trying to portray a lot of the people involved in that era in as negative a light as opposed to a positive one. I don't know. I'm a Lakers fan, huge Showtime era fan, so obviously I'm biased, but I think they're kind of making a lot of people out to not look so great. But anyways, with that being said, I guess I'll always give people a warning at the beginning of the video, a spoiler alert. So this is going to be talking about episode 3. So if you haven't seen episodes 1, 2, and 3, and you don't want to, have your nut busted or whatever, then go watch those episodes, then come back and watch this video. But I think probably a good percentage of people who are watching that show probably already know a lot of what went down, and this is just kind of filling in some of the details with dramatized information. Um, I think that and I also learned between last video and this one that I saw TMZ was caught up with Magic. I don't know when this was, but they're asking him if he was planning on watching this series, and Magic said that no, I'm not going to watch it. That I'm going to watch. He's got his own show about that time frame that he's working on, and that Jeannie Buss is also she's working with Showtime. So that probably answers the reason in my last one I named it. They could have called it Showtime, but why would HBO use that word, right? That's the name of their rival, and then also maybe Jeannie has the rights to that word because they call it Winning Time, which is stupid because I mean everyone knows that's the Showtime era. But anyways, so at the end of the second episode, we had Jerry West telling Dr. Jerry Buss that he's quitting as the coach of the Lakers. So this episode started with the two of them cussing and screaming at each other and whatnot. Who knows if I'm sure something like that probably happened. I don't think it would happen exactly the way they portrayed it, but they gotta make it a show, I guess, to some extent. And we also get introduced to Pat Riley. So he couldn't even get into the forum, according to this, when he was trying to have a meeting with Chick. Um, he eventually gets his meeting, and I think the person that produces or whatever has a obsession with people's hair or something. I say that because they made an extra special point of pointing out that allegedly Jerry Buss spent an hour fucking with his hair, which, that might not surprise you. I remember even back in the day, I looked at him, I said, "You got some weird hair," but, it's probably just doing a comb over or something. But they kind of went out of their way to not only point that out, but emphasize it. And so that's why I say they kind of have a obsession with these people's hair, because there was a scene with Chick Hearn too. I'll talk about that in a bit if I remember too. But with Jerry Busting, I understand they did that because they came into play when he met with Jerry Tarkanian, and they kind of had to do with the way Tarkanian basically told Jerry Buss he wasn't interested in his offer because Jerry Buss is a fake and a phony, but he doesn't fool anyone with it. So the whole thing with the comb over came into play because anyone that knows anything about Tarkanian knows that he's a chrome dome. Which I guess I shouldn't be making all the ball jokes, right? Because after what we saw last night, we realized the ball jokes, you're going to get your fucking ass bitch slap. We'll be making jokes about people that are follically challenged. But So I never knew that the Lakers were trying to entice Tarkanian to be the coach, but that makes sense. I mean, Jerry Buss wanted him to come bring that fast paced style of play to Los Angeles, and Tarkanian at first said no, but I guess he made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Offered him the big bucks, buku bucks for back in those days. But you know, back in those days, Mafia was still all up in Vegas. So according to this, they did what they did to put a stop to Tarkanian going to LA. I guess it probably, Tark had all kinds of allegations, so he's probably involved with some shenanigans going on over there. But then this other scene with when Riles trying to meet up with Chick, they showed Chick was in his office dyeing his hair. I won't doubt that he dyed his hair, but it seems strange to me that someone would be dyeing their hair in their office. To me, that seems like something you do at home. So I don't know. Just it was like they're making a point to emphasize everybody's hair and how they're fucking with their hair. Maybe the producer's sleeping with the stylist on set there and wants to talk about people's hairdos or something. Who the fuck knows, right? Anyways, the other thing, the scene when Riles goes in to talk to Chick, I'm surprised you haven't heard the outrage from the LBGTQ plus XYZ Elemental P community bitching and complaining because according to this, Chicky Baby told Riles that he's got a faggot voice and he sounds like a fruit and all this, right? Who knows if that happened? Maybe it did, but these days you can't even portray something that happened 40, 50, 60 years ago the way it really happened because someone's going to be offended. They're going to be up in arms. They're going to bitch, moan, and complain about it. Whatever. So, who else do we meet? I think for the first time in the Silk. So anyone that is a Lakers fan from back in the day knows that Silk is Jamal Wilkes. Now Jamal Wilkes, I think his name that he was given at birth was Keith Wilkes, but he converted to Islam. Just like Lou Alcindor converted and changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So according to this, it seemed like Silk was trying to look out for Magic. They showed a scene where they were going to some movie premiere that supposedly Norm Nixon had a scene in, but I think it ends up he got back of his fro ended up coming out in the movie, and the rest of them must have ended up on the cutting room floor. So, what else happened in this? Not that much that I could really talk about happened in episode 3 here. There was a scene when Magic went to talk to Dr. Buss about Norm told him that Jerry West was planning on making him a power forward. Magic was none too happy about that, so he wanted to go talk to the owner about it. Because obviously Norm wasn't privy to the fact that Jerry West had already submitted his resignation. So Magic goes over to talk to Jerry Buss. Jeannie's there. Magic's all checking her out. He doesn't realize who she is. He thinks she's another one of these sweet young things that Dr. Buss is banging. He gets confused. She starts telling him that she spends a little bit of time there at Dr. Buss's place, but most of the time she really lives with her mom. And then she says that her mom and Jerry split up a long time ago. So Magic got all confused and shit. And he's, thinking all these people out in California are all freaky deaky because, he's thinking that Jeannie was doing Jerry, not knowing that that was his daughter, and that previously it was her mom that was doing them. So she had to clarify, no, I'm Jeannie. Jerry's my dad. But what else? According to this, Riley was having a midlife crisis or something because he had retired and his wife was working out of their house as a shrink, and she told him he needs to find something to do, so he wants to go be a color commentator for Chicky Baby. But I'm trying to think what else happened there. Uh, Not too much. I mean, that was about it. I'm sure probably something here or there that I'm missing. But I think I'm going to cut this video short, call it a day. And I'll probably end up doing a video every 2 episodes to give me a bit more to talk about. All right, take care.